Goonergate addressed. We're going to talk about this. Here we go. Let's see what she has to say.
Okay, so this video has been a long time coming. A little over a month ago, I got canceled from the anti-woke side, right? Canceled or cancel attempt.
Anti-woke?
It is what it is. I lost a lot of followers here on YouTube and on X because I said I do not want perversion in video games.
Unfortunate pause right here, but okay. That's, first of all, that's not going to happen. You can pray, you can beg, you can plea. You're never gonna not have perversion in video games. I think sex sells. For instance, she has a Lara Croft statue behind her. 100% Lara Croft is in a way perversion. But it's not gonna happen. And the thing is, take a look at Stellar Blade. Take a look at the First Descendant. Take a look at Marvel Rivals. Take a look at Nikkei. A lot of these Japanese and Korean games, gacha games that are coming out, they all have perversion in it. Even Genshin, even something like Genshin Impact, it is based off of the Gooner mind. It's never gonna stop happening. Whether you like it or not. I've been working in the gaming industry for over, I thought it was 10 years. I've been working in the gaming industry for about 15 years now. I've been working everything from small projects, indie projects to AAA projects. I've done QA, I've done producing, and I'm like more PA stuff. And then now I'm a lead artist on a Marvel game. So no matter what, there is going to be a perversion of whatever type. Whether if it's a little bit cleavage, voluptuous, anything. Let's continue.
And that includes that of the straight variety, right? Now, some people I've learned that the anti-woke, there are different factions in the anti-woke crowd. I am a Christian. Everything I do, everything I say, everything in my life is centered around Christ.
Okay. First off, if I didn't know Melanie Mac, I didn't know who she was, or who she is. You showed me a picture of her just right here without holding the Bible. You said, this girl's a hardcore Christian. I'd be like, get the hell out of here. No way. This could be just her living her, don't waste your time on me. You're already the voice inside my head. Right? It's like the it's like the freaking look, it's just the emo days of high school. Or the emo days or the goth days of high school. Like, she has the choker on. She has the dark hair. I'm not sure if that's her natural hair color. And she has the thick eyeliner and the mascara and the tattoos. If you told me she was Christian, I would not believe you.
So I didn't make this channel 3 years ago to put my neck out there to get blacklisted from the video game industry so I can't even do mainstream work like I used to do. I didn't put myself in that position to call out the perversion with the queer ideology and this, that, and the other that has been infecting everything. I didn't put myself in that position just so I could turn around and push perversion just because it's straight. Not gonna happen. Now, if you want some sort of context, I can give you a little bit. I'm not gonna show the actual video because I do have a lot of Christians who follow me who probably wouldn't appreciate having something like that thrown on the screen, but a lot of you already know what I'm referring to. Now, this is a game called The First Descendant.
I've seen a lot of First Descendant. I'm very well versed in the first of the Descending because when I played the game, I tried to descend my dick. Okay, I won't finish that sentence. All right, but the game. Melanie Mac is considered a girl gamer. There's not a lot of them. All right. some people even, thought that they were a myth. Someone who actually plays a gamer girl. Those are mythical creatures, all right? It's a once in a blue moon, all right? So that you don't see these often. So, but the thing is, Melanie Mac, she's not dumb. She knows that 85%. Remember, Capcom did this big data sheet for last year and talk about like how many girls, how many boys plays games. 85% of their core audience is male. Okay, 85% core audience is male. Now, all of the characters that players love the most, all good-looking characters. None of them are ugly. All of them, in one way or another, sexualized. Dante, Cammy, Ryu, Leon Kennedy, Chun-Li. All of them, one way or another, heavily sexualized. Okay? The thing is, you can't, like, if she wants this to change, she needs to change it from within. All right? And the thing is that, like, this is not gonna stop. I know you're religious, okay? It's just like, look, if this game is not for me, don't buy it, don't play it. That is that simple.
Didn't play it. Didn't really comment on the game itself. I commented on the material that was presented in question. And the material that was presented in question of the tweet that blew up and got me so much backlash and hate and saying I was betraying everybody was a video of a character dancing and shaking her butt in a thong with the camera focused on it.
Can someone find that video she's talking about? I need to see the context. Okay? Look at my hat. Okay? We need context. Chat, mods, whoever in the chat, find me this video now. I need to know what she's talking about. I need context, okay? I need to see why this video is so bad. I need to know where this video resides so I can tell people not to see it. Oh, man.
Again, I'm not going to post it just out of respect to my fellow Christian viewers. And I know some guys are struggling with pornography and they don't want to see that because of that reason. Not only was I grossly misrepresented and told, oh, what are you talking about? You're being a prude because this character was 80% clothed, huh? Funny that you want to use those words. Oh, but she's 80% clothed, even if that includes nothing on the bottom. It kind of doesn't matter. Almost don't pretend, at least don't play stupid with me. Don't pretend that there was not lustful intent with that video. And that is not what the intent of the whole question was, right? Because here's the thing. There is a side of the anti-woke that are like me and are like, hey, I don't want perversion in our media. I don't want this to seep through our mainstream media. When they ask the question, is this what gamers want? No, I don't want that. Just like I don't want the queer stuff and I don't want the gay stuff.
Okay, unfortunate pause again. But I'm not sure, but was she a part of the Free Stellar Blade group? I know Vera Dark was. I know I was. Like one of my videos basically, I wouldn't say blew up, but it got like 5 million impressions. 5 million or maybe 6 million. I'm not sure. But was Melanie Mac a part of the Free Stellar Blade, Uncensored Stellar Blade movement? Right? Because I'm not sure if she was. But I digress. The thing is, she would agree with the censorship, right? If that's the case, if she was pro censorship, because it sounds like this is what she is, she wants to censor a lot of what she considers perversion, right? She was a part of the movement. If she was a part of the movement, she was okay, exactly. Then what the fuck? She sounds like a fucking hypocrite, okay? It's that's wild. Like, if she was a part of the movement, the Free Stellar Blade, the censorship movement, maybe okay, maybe her being a part of the movement was probably because of the hard R. Maybe she's like, I don't want that to be censored, but all the big titties, bikini outfits, the ocean made outfits, the freaking you know, the pirate outfits, all of them, right? If that's the case, then she would said, uncensor the hard R, censor all the lewd stuff, right? Yeah, she is a hypocrite. I was trying to find out, but I couldn't think of it. I saved. All right, so you guys found the video? Okay, so this is the video. All right, let me bring it up. Thank you. This is the video. Oh, this one. Oh, I've seen this one many times. Oh, yeah. Oh, I made videos about this. This video right here, the Ultimate Freno one, I've seen this one many times already. Okay, just for context, okay, Melanie Mac, I need to see again because I guys are dumb. We're dumb, stupid, retarded creatures, all right? We forget shit all the time. We opened up the fridge. Hun, where's the butter? Fucking the entire refrigerator is filled with butter. Okay, we're blind, especially me with my small, tiny eyes and my tiny pee-pee, okay? Now, I do want to see this video again. I need to know the context again.
Rage, money, power,
Let me blow it up just to make sure. Okay, let me blow it up. This is done purposefully because their fan base, the people that are playing the game, most, if not all of them, super majority are guys. It's that simple. Okay? It's that simple. What I guarantee you right now, if you tell Melanie Mac, hey, Melanie Mac, did you know that the first Descendant, the game that you hate a lot, they're adding in jiggle physics? Did you know that? She'll lose her mind. She'll lose her mind. So this is the video that Melanie Mac got very upset over. All right, we got to watch it again. It's because, you know, we need context. We got to show the chat what the context is.
rage, money, power,
Man, what a great video game. I mean, oh man, perversion. Oh, the human body, biology. Oh no, boobs. Look, boobs are real. Thighs are real. All right, man. What a game. Oh, this is probably the best pose right over here. This one with the arched back. Yeah. So this is the context. Okay, this is what we needed. So this is the thing that got Melanie Mac furious. All right. So right over here. Let's continue the video.
Right? I'm not forcefully taking this stuff out of existence, but I am shaming it. Just like I do the gay stuff. Because it poisons society. So I do the same thing with this. Now again, people are like, oh, well, what about, I'm like, I didn't say. My only experience with this game that I have seen has been people posting cleavage shots, butt shots, and camel toe shots. And the question was, and there's another side of the game, or anti-woke side, that says that have been against the queer stuff with us, with me, and why perhaps they think we're on the same team is probably because we agreed on this. So they were loud and proud speaking against the queer stuff, but it's like, oh, wait a minute. You weren't against the queer stuff for any sort of moral reason. You were against the queer stuff because you weren't attracted to it.
No. Most of the queer stuff, the gay stuff, the LGBTQIA stuff, I have no issues with it if it makes sense with the story. I will always bring this example up. Dion from Final Fantasy 16. Prince Dion, one of the most badass characters. If you ask me, you know, to give you like, why do you like Dion, right? Describe Dion to me from Final Fantasy 16. I'd be like, he's an icon. Badass. He's a dragoon. He can fucking turn into the Bahamut. He's fucking badass. He's fucking amazing. he kills his dad because he was controlled. You know, his mind was fucked up. Oh, he's also gay. Bottom of the list. Do you know why? Because of good writing. All right, you can have really good gay stuff. It's sort of hard to find sometimes. For instance, Oberyn Martell is bisexual. I fucking despise Pedro Pascal, but I love Oberyn Martell. He's bisexual. He have sex with dudes. He have sex with chicks. It doesn't matter. But his character is badass. You can tell, like, it's the same thing as Prince Dion. I love everything about him, and then it's like, oh yeah, he's bisexual. It's the exact same thing. It really depends on who's writing it, but for her, I would say because she seems like a hardcore Bible thumper, she will be like, being gay is wrong because that's a sin, right? Being queer is wrong. Being lesbian is wrong. For me, I'm more of the, you know, as long as you're not pushing your fucking message onto little kids, you know, you're not like pushing your fucking disgusting, you know, oh, you can, you know, do stuff with each other as long as you don't tell your parents, hey, read this book about sucking dick. It's like, all that shit, absolutely no. But the thing is that if she doesn't like that game, she doesn't have to interact with the game, right? But the thing is, she's shaming it. I understand. She calls people the fig word all the time. It's one of her favorite words. I have no issues with that. But the thing is, you gotta see what the line in the sand has to be drawn somewhere. And the thing is that you were for the free Stellar Blade, and now if the Stellar Blade thing will come up again, I feel like you will be against the free Stellar Blade. I think, chat, do you guys understand what I'm talking about? The line has been drawn already in the sand. I know where you stand, and all of a sudden you're sort of reverting. Maybe, I don't know, like, is she against all of these like skin tight costumes that's coming out? Even though they don't show any cleavage, they're actually skin tight. Are you okay with like yoga pants that like it's basically it leaves nothing else to the imagination? Like, I have to understand where that is. So when it comes down to like all these LGBTQIA stuff, if it makes sense in the story and it doesn't push a message or anything like that, I'm okay with it.
But you still want something equally as perverted, but just something that you are attracted to. Then it's like, hold up, I don't relate to you. That's not me either. And let's just talk about what is one of my arguments against the queer and the gay stuff that they keep adding to these games. These games keep tanking. They lack substance because these perverts, these queer perverts, want to insert their ideology into the game instead of actually making a good game. So guess what? They crash. Well, you know what? Same thing happened here. Here you have a game where the main focus and selling point has been driven by perverted reasons. And so, yeah, okay, here you had a peak of 264,000, and then now it is at 9,000 concurrent players.
All right, I want to see what the current is right now. Steam.db. All right, first. Man, it's not looking so good. Not looking so good. Right now, 500 people playing in the game. I wonder what's the reason is because it looks like it's getting mixed reviews. All right. I'm not sure what this reason is. It could be predatory issues. Now, you have to understand, okay, from a person who works and has worked in gacha and live service games, you get things that are, if there's an update that comes out, it goes away. Right. Now, here's the thing. People were waiting for a game like this for a long time, but this is a highly predatory game where you have to pay to win, and people don't like that. What game came out recently that has hot characters, good gameplay, and it's free, and there's no play to win. All there is cosmetics. Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is the reason that this game is not doing so well. It's because they live in the same space. Same thing with Overwatch. Same thing with, PUBG. I'm not sure if people still play that. And same thing with Team Fortress 2. A lot of it, they're sharing the same space. So this one is more PvE than it is PvP, of course. But the thing is that it's like the new hotness is out. Perversion isn't the reason why this game tanks. The reason why this game tanked is because the game so far, whatever it is, I haven't played since like pre-launch. The reason why this game is not doing so well is because it's a live service game that it's extremely predatory, and it could be the latest patch sucks. Right, latest patch. Yeah, it's Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 it's its own thing, right? It's a very good PvE game. So, but yeah, to be honest, the game is more has more problems, like Nexon being Nexon. Yeah, it's extremely predatory, right? And no one likes predatory games. No one likes gacha systems. No one likes surprise mechanics. Now, if you check Marvel Rivals, right? Marvel Rivals. Damn! Holy shit! 5 days ago, 644,000. Oh, Fantastic Four. Okay, I remember now. Holy crap! But yeah, this game is free. It's not predatory. It's not really a live service game, but it is free. That's the thing that you need to understand. I'm not sure if Melanie Mac worked in I'm not sure she was ever a developer, right? She probably worked in the game industry, but I am a developer. So I know this shit. I have inside knowledge. Like I'm not working on Marvel Rivals. Just letting you guys know. I work on another game. But that's crazy, man. Like the First Descendant really fell off though. Like you can't, the numbers do not lie.
It dramatically dropped. Let's be real. If we're going to call Dragon Age the Veilguard a flop, this too is also a flop.
Yes and no. It's sort of like this patch sucks. Dragon Age took them more than 5 years to work on the game and over $200 million to make the game. And the game was like $40 or $60. I forgot how much the game was. It wasn't free. First Descendant is free. It's a gacha game. It has it's not a gacha game, but it has gacha mechanics. It is a live service game. It is a free game. So it really depends. This game can get a resurgence if there's like a new skin that comes out, there's a new character that comes out, the new patch that comes out that's actually good. There will be players that go back to play the game. You can't really compare it to a game that is a first person, not first person, but like it's basically like a first action. It's not like a MMO. It's not like an online game. It is basically a single player game. You can't really compare it. It's not apples to apples.
Just because you are attracted to it doesn't change the fact. And as a gamer, I keep seeing the gaming industry and video games as a whole hijacked by perverts, people who want their ideologies in the game. So when you have the gay stuff, you also have another branch of perverts, who the Gooners, if you will, who are watching a ton of pornography, and they want that inserted in everything in their life, and they also need validation. You know how the alphabet community, LGBT, all that kind of stuff, you know how they're always screaming for validation? Not only if you are against them, if you are against their ideology, they want to crucify you. They not only need you to just be like, oh, whatever, they need your validation. And they can't cope with you being against it. And I have seen this same vitriol with the Gooners after Goonergate. So
Am I a part of Goonergate? Chat, would you guys consider me a part of the Goonergate squad? Like, I know like Hypnotic is a part of it, right? Grums is a part of it. Like, are we considered Goonergaters or no? Like I'm actually like legit question. Right, I would say I was a part of the movement, but like, I was a part of the movement for like Stellar Blade, but I digress. It's just like I'm just sort of seriously asking. I think Melanie has played 1 minute of Marvel Rivals. That's it, man.
Not only like I can't. They want me actively promoting this stuff, or I have betrayed them because I am against it.
I'm in the goon at the gate. Oh my
for
god!
What they're doing and what they're promoting because it's perverted, and they deep down
I literally have a show called Coomcast. Yo, you can't argue with that. You can't argue. Yeah, Gooner Gators. You are the king Gooner. Oh my god. Shit, man. Jesus. Now here's the thing. I'm pretty sure she watches Jujutsu Kaisen. Do you know who's in Jujutsu Kaisen that everyone goons over? Right? Gojo? Right? I'm pretty sure Melanie Mac also goons over Kakashi. It's the same thing. All right? But the thing is, video games, it wasn't really hijacked. They always had those types of games out. If you look at it, DOA has been alive and it's been out for a long time. Ivy from Soul Calibur has been out for a long time. Chun-Li has been out for a long time. Cammy has been out for a long time. It's that simple. Like it has not been hijacked. It's been around for a very long time now.
down, some of them may be in a more reprobate state, but deep down, you know it's perverted. And that's why they need the validation. That's why you have to have pride parades for gay people and troons, people cutting their body parts off to try to pretend like they're the other gender. That's why they need whole parades. That's why they need a whole month to celebrate. That's why they need to see it plastered all over every store in the month of June, because they have to work so hard to create enough validation that will overcome the sense of shame that they feel deep down because they know it's wrong.
Yo, Jesus Davila, thank you for the fight. Phil, that's not the video. I put the link in the culture section in Discord. All right. Let me see. Okay, so that video wasn't the actual video. All right. So is this the one? You talking about this video? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I reacted to this video many times too. Yes. Man, what a game. She's playing DDR. There's DDR in the game. Damn. Yo, what a game. So this is what she's, because she's 80% clothed and just her. I think the only thing is her ass cheeks and her thighs are out. That's about it, right? And probably like she got some cleavage in the front, and that's about it. This is the video that she got so mad about. Lara Croft in the back is showing more skin than that, bro. Lara Croft, you see that statue of Lara Croft? Her goddess, Lara Croft, like her favorite thing in the world. The thing in the back, the statue that's in the back is showing way more skin than that girl. It's just the fact that that girl's butt cheeks is hanging out that made her mad. I think that's the reason why. You're not just the president. You're the founder of Goonergate. No, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 6 months, man. Thank you.
And so you have that same demand from these gooners to create this more validation than the shame that they feel for being pornography brained. Now you have certain people who know that it's wrong. And they're trying to do better. And hey, God bless you. Read the Bible. Seek Jesus. Only he can help you.
Okay, so this is where she loses not just me, but a lot of people. And let me tell you what it is. The people who think they're holier than thou just because they believe in God. Okay? Like I don't care what your religion is. And this has always been me growing up. As the same thing with how I feel about what you identify as. If you're like LGBTQ, I don't care. Okay? Same thing with religion. I don't care what you do in the privacy of your own home. I don't care what you do with your friends and stuff like that outside, as long as it's not hurting anyone or it's illegal. But if you go ahead and shove that shit down my throat, that's when we're gonna have issues. That's when we're gonna have issues, okay? I don't want, it's like, hey, if you're playing this game, you're gonna go to hell. Hey, you should find Jesus. It's like, look, I'm not telling you that you have no proof that religion is real. You have no concrete proof that that God is real. All right? I'm not going to go up to you and tell you that. You don't have to come up to me just because I'm playing a video game that you disapprove of, telling me that, oh, find Jesus. Here's the Bible. Go check out the Bible. Look, we don't need that. Okay? I like, there are people who are like, oh, if you masturbate, God's looking at you. Well, God's a horny person. Look, I don't need people who are like that. I've encountered a lot of people growing up trying to push that. All right. The thing is that, like, for me, when the Mormons knock on my door, hey, you want to hear about Jesus and the Latter-day Saints? It's like, oh, no anger, no good. It's like, oh, sorry to bother you, and I just closed the door on them. See, yo. I remember one time there was a lady at a gas station. It's like, excuse me. Can you spare some change for gas? Oh, do you have money? I need some money for gas. I was like, no anger. Sorry. I was like, oh, sorry to bother you. Got in my truck and drove off.
And I say this to the queer side as well. And I have the same stance on queers as I do these gooners. Is that, hey, yes, what you're doing is shameful. Yes, I think this stuff is shameful and I don't want it in my entertainment because it's shameful and it's hurting society. It's disgusting and it's perverted. No, I don't want it. Do I think that people participating in these activities are losers?
See, we have one guy in the chat that says, you are dumb as fuck. Oh, that was probably the guy who asked me for money at the gas station. Volkswagen. A WV grown. You sound dumb as fuck, all right? The reason why he's pissed because he was the guy who asked me for money. Yo, I thought that was a woman. That was you? Holy shit, man. Oh my god, chat.
Yes, but you know what? It doesn't mean you have to always be a loser. Have I ever been a loser? Have I participated in activities that made me a loser? Yes, but I have sought Jesus Christ and I walk with Jesus Christ, and it is walking with Jesus Christ that gives me the strength to avoid and to overcome temptations that if I were to succumb to would make me a loser. Okay? So that's the thing when I talk about the Gooners, all this stuff. It's not from a place that you're never going to amount to anything. But it is from a place of, hey, what you're doing and what you're promoting and what you're normalizing and what you want normalized in society and in video games in general to desensitize people is perverted, it's hurting you, it's loser activities.
If that's the case, then she probably shouldn't play any of the Lara Croft games. Like, she probably shouldn't play any of the remastered Lara Croft games. She should probably sell them. You probably sell that statue. Is because the thing is, you know it, I know it, everyone knows it goddamn well that Lara Croft was made by Gooners. So what's popular? Big boobs and guns. Of course that's gonna fucking sell. It's lose. Okay, playing video games, especially playing any hot characters. Look, if Melanie Mac is playing a good looking character, okay, we play Street Fighter. She picks any character that's good looking. I'm gonna be like, you're a loser. You're picking a very, very attractive character. That's perversion. What would Jesus say? It's like, bitch, I'm not gonna say that to you because I don't care. Like, play whoever you want, right? But if the Bible thumpers are telling me, oh, you should do better, you should do this, it's like, dude, I don't need your moral grandstanding, fucking projecting yourself onto other people. Just let me just leave me the fuck alone. It's always been like that. It will always still be like that. And that's the reason why my wife, she doesn't care if I'm not Catholic. Right? Her family doesn't care if I'm not Catholic. It doesn't matter. Right? Oh, you're using Ryu? Nah, he's too hot. Cammy? Absolutely not. Can't use Cammy. Zangief or Rufus? Which one you want? Blanca? That's a good one too. E Honda? He's looking pretty good now this time of day. You can't use Ken. All right? Hobo Ken, he's looking too good now. You gotta use Zangief or Rufus. Which one do you want? No, look, Ryu's too good looking. Even Akuma is good looking, all right? Yo, I fuck the shit out of Akuma. Look, do you know how ridiculous I sound? Do you know how crazy and stupid I sound?
Now there's all these whataboutisms. What about Lara Croft? What about this?
There it is. Okay.
Pretend. And so you're either coming from bad
Here we go.
faith or you are delusional because you are so desensitized from women because you watch so much pornography that you can't even see a woman without thinking of pornographic things. Lara Croft.
I want to show you something. I'm gonna pull something up. All right. I want to pull something up. The thing is, Lara Croft was always been sexualized, okay? If she wasn't, and she said that, oh, the perfect character to play Lara Croft is Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie was the perfect person to play Lara Croft. Did you know that she had to stuff her bra and make her film that scene when she's running in that cave with her tits bouncing up and down? That was done intentionally, okay? That was done intentionally. The thing is that they would have said absolutely not if that's the case, right? Hold on, let me find it. All right. Hold on. Wait. I'm trying to look for it. God, sometimes I hate the Brave browser. Okay. Where's the scene of her running? Okay, I can't find it right now. But the thing is, okay, but the thing is that you guys seen Lara Croft. I don't have to show you an example. But the thing is, Lara Croft was 100% sexualized, and she's meant to be as a sex symbol. All right, there's a reason why you put a jacket over her. There's a reason why you put a jacket over her. Right? I rather a guy play games first. First a descendant instead of giving money to OnlyFans model. That's true. That's 100% true. Why is saying porn so bad? Calling it corn? It's probably for the algorithm, I'm assuming. But yeah, man, she's highly one of the first badass females that's also very, very hot. All right. What I would say, maybe Melanie Mac would probably prefer the Lara Croft that was done from Netflix. I think so. I know she complained a lot. Like, she complained a lot. Like a lot about it. But to be honest, I think she prefers it. It's because she's not sexualized.
She's created with a curvy body type. Curvy women exist each and every single day. There is nothing wrong with that. And the reason why the woke side tries to remove female curves is not for the intent of even purity purposes, because women are curvy. That's reality. Not every woman is curvy, but there are lots of women who are curvy. And so when you have a character with some level of exaggeration of those curves, then it is exaggerating their femininity. There's a difference between exaggerating the femininity of a female character versus exaggerating the character for entirely lustful purposes. Now, Lara...
Wasn't there like a nude mod? Was there a nude mod, or was like there was like a secret ending or something, like there's a secret you can do that make Lara Croft nude? Correct me if if I'm wrong, but wasn't there, like, if you beat the game in a specific way, Lara Croft was basically nude in the game? Like, I'm talking about the PS1 game, like the OG. YouTube hates the word. That's the reason why a bunch of us say corn in the chat. Calling it pornography is superlative. It's just a risque content. We need to differentiate real pictures of naked women and from drawings. No, that was a fake lie spread by PSM magazine. That's hilarious. It was. Man, that was the April's Fool's joke. Okay. It's so the same thing with like Akuma being in the game. Being in what's it called again? Resident Evil.
Lara Croft was a character who was
What's going on, man?
curvy, feminine, but you play
Canon?
those classic games and you show me anything that was lustfully intended, right? Show me anywhere where Lara Croft acted like a slut, because she didn't. Show me anything, because it's not there. Tomb Raider has substance as a game. The character design was really good, artistically speaking, and aesthetically pleasing to the eye, but was not created in a way to incite lustful intent. It was, oh, here's an attractive character that you can acknowledge as an attractive character, but it wasn't created for lustful intent in the same way that a game that, here, let's pose this game where with the characters are all wearing
I would believe her if Lara Croft's boobs were not that big. I would say I would believe her if her boobs were smaller in the original game. Right? If those pyramid boobies were like shrunk down by like 50%, I would believe her. All right? But the thing is, as a person who's an artist that's been working in the game industry and has been drawing for his entire life now, there are reasons why they create characters like that. Back in the 90s, barely any girl I knew, like people that like I knew played video games. And if they did play video games, it's like bobble, you know, bust the move or whatever. You know, Tetris, Pong, maybe Donkey Kong, maybe, but like stuff like Tomb Raider is rare, very, very rare. And the thing is, the reason if she wasn't as hot, Lara Croft wouldn't be you know, one of the top searches in Pornhub. Is that simple. Okay? It's when you ask, like my wife didn't get a PlayStation. Her first PlayStation was a PlayStation 2. Still mostly men today. Exactly. So I think she's trying to justify liking Lara Croft and how Lara Croft is okay. Right? Like it's you can't tell me that. You're saying that you're like perversion is bad, and then loving, oh, Gojo is awesome. I would love to see him naked. Oh, Kakashi is great. He's so hot. Look, whether you like it or not, Lara Croft was made to be a sex symbol.
lingerie. Like, excuse me, that is not the same thing, and you know it. Be genuine for once. Let's not play here, and let's not pretend that I want characters to be made ugly. Beauty comes from God. God created beauty. Yes, I want to see video game characters that people create be beautiful as.
No. I know I'm pausing a lot. I have to interject here. Sometimes when God give us like big ass titties, and when you see like big boobs and stuff like that, there ain't like enough clothing in the world that can like hide your massive mammaries, unless maybe you wear a sports bra. But the thing is, if God created titties, why hide them? I'm just saying, right? You're talking about God, right? Adam and Eve. I'm pretty sure Eve got a big ass titty. She got some heavy milkers. She got a dump truck because God created Adam in his vision, and then, you know, he's with my rib, I'm gonna make some big ass titties. Right? Phil, don't be talking about Kakashi. All right, let's continue.
As well, but I don't want them to be perverted. Beauty and perversion are two different things. And I think what has happened with society is
shout out Nancy Pelosi.
Promoted perversion. It has celebrated perversion. We've had this oh, live and let live type mentality. Don't kink shame. Don't shame people's sexualities. They made up an entire concept of sexuality that isn't real. God created woman for man. That's it. There's no other sexuality. Anything else is a perversion of God's creation as per the Bible. And you know what else is perversion of God's creation is when you're substituting, if you're, I'm going to use a male as an example. If you're substituting a wife for a pixels on a screen, that's perverted. Your sexual gratification is supposed to come from your wife. And if you are seeking alternate sources, seeking those sources for sexual pleasure, you are acting in abomination and perversion.
So speaking of that, how much are those like sex robots? They're like $20,000. How much is Optimus? How much is that? Oh my god, I'm so tired of her circular coping, explaining. Legit, her voice is driving me. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, man. Oh man, yeah. I think that it's a lot of coping. I think she's like, she doesn't like. I understand where she's coming from, and it's coming from her moral compass, that is the Bible, right? Maybe usually the people who espouse this, who are really, really hard at pushing these things. Now, I'm not saying that Melanie Mac is, okay. I'm not faulting Melanie Mac here. I'm saying in general. Usually the people who are trying to push all of these like righteous indignation of like, oh, I'm right, you're wrong, you know, and you should, you know, listen to me, and, you know, holier than thou stuff, right? It is usually the people who have the most to hide. You know what I'm talking about? Like the people who are like, oh, what are you, a pervert? Oh, what are you this? What are you that? And then like you look into their past and they're like a child molester or some shit like that. I'm not saying she is, but the thing is that maybe like she's a born again Christian, right? She had a really bad past. And she's like, all right, I need to find Jesus. All right. And I feel like once I repent all my sins, like he can save me from all the sins I've done, all the perversion that I have done. I'm not sure if she's done that. I don't know too much about Melanie Mac's backstory, right? But the thing is, that's usually the case.
Simple as that. And anything that is created with the intent to make you do that is the same. And I ain't just here saying it's just guys doing that. Women do that too. There are actual Gooner games for women. I have seen them.
Madam Savvy freaking beat Love and Deep Space. She spent money on the game. She said it was the best game she's played last year. Yo, shout out Madam Savvy, man. Madam Savvy is a real one.
I have seen people post them unabashedly, no shame. There are games that is usually of the romance novel variety, and you have a bunch of male suitors, you know, really attractive male suitors who more so you're not going to see as much. It's going to be portrayed in a little different way when it's meant to appeal to women, but it's still equally as perverted and equally as disgusting because it's trying to elicit the same reactions. So you have these suitors, and they try to, as the female player, they're trying to seduce you and win you over, and you know, the goal here with these games is for these guys to be whispering sexual things in the player's ear, and are going to create a fantasy, a sexual fantasy for said player. Again, that is not God's design. God's design is for a woman to have said pleasure from her husband. So if she is seeking outside sources for sexual gratification and pleasure that is not a husband, then she is committing a perversion.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get an answer from Melanie Mac. But what about those nuns that like buy like cucumbers whole? You know, I heard that like churches aren't supposed to they don't allow, I'm not sure if it's true. I heard churches don't allow, like Catholic churches, they do not allow the nuns to buy whole cucumbers or and eggplants. Is that true? It has to be sliced. I'm not sure if that's true. All right. I think they're committing cardinal sin. All right. That's the worst thing, man. Fucking after using it so many times, that cucumber becomes a pickle. Oh my God. Man. Sorry. I'll get back to video. Back to the video. Is Melanie's way of saying her husband could make her bust? I don't know. I'm not sure if she's married or not.
Whether that be a visual novel like that, whether that be a book with that purpose, or whether that be even just a video game, like any regular video game, if that is what she is using that game for. So let's not pretend that some of these games don't purposefully try to elicit a sexual gratification out of the player. And there is a strong difference between a character being made to be aesthetically attractive, just like we can appreciate art, versus a character in a game that is designed to create sexual gratification out of the player.
Now, the being real here. It's fake. It's a fucking video game. Lara Croft is not real. Eve from Stellar Blade, unfortunately, is not real. Chun-Li, not real. Cammy's not real.
Why are you gay?
Oh my God. Bad timing, Angry Beard. Bad timing. Look, it's not real. Okay, this is all pixels. Okay, who gives a fuck? You're not cheating on your significant other, right? It's not like I'm on fucking OnlyFans, like looking at real girls and shit like that, going on like watching porn and playing a video game that you can goon over. Completely fucking different things. Right? Taki is not real. Yeah. See, it's not. Taki's not real. It's not. Ivy's not real. So with that said, this actually this is a non-issue. It's just you. I think you're just trying to preach your holier than thou ideology onto other people. It's like, hey, you shouldn't be perversion and stuff like. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. Yeah, I would consider myself a little bit of a gooner, even though this thing is our show is called Coomcast. All right, I was able to find a wife. I was able to have a kid, happily married. Right? It's you can have your cake and eat it too. Why limit yourself? Why limit yourself? You can do you know what my wife sees when and do you know what she says when she saw Eve from Stellar Blade? Oh, she's hot. Chun-Li is hot. Oh, Cammy's really hot. I love Ivy because she's hot and she's badass. You gotta find guys, bros, dudes in the chat. Like there's like 0% chat. There's like 1% of my audience is female. Most of them is male. The thing is, you gotta find a significant other that understands it's a game. You're not cheating. I believe Mrs. Rough Knight's in the chat. Yeah, I believe you said earlier. It's like you're playing a video game. It's fake. Are you cheating on me? No. Are you looking at other girls online? No. What's the problem? What's the problem? There's no issue here. This shouldn't even be an issue. We should be happy that there's hot characters in video games. There should be hot characters that we can, as we want to strive to become that. When I see half-naked Ryu, extremely jacked and ripped and buff, no homo, I'm like, damn, he looks good. It makes me want to work out. It should be the same thing for a woman. Wow, that girl has really nice, like she's very toned. I can't get bigger boobs or bigger ass. You know, you can probably get a bigger ass. Take a look at Hillary Duff. She was sort of small and then now she's sort of thick, which is great. But the thing is, I like you want to set your standards high, right? And the thing is that you can appreciate the female figure, the male figure, and you can use that. It's like, oh man, I want to work out now. Like I want to get buff. Like I want to get ripped. I want to look like Guile from Street Fighter, right? Like when a Guile, when I'm working out, the Guile theme is playing in the background in my head, and it's okay. You're not fucking cheating on it. Like I said, Lara Croft isn't real. The girls that are in First Descendant, they are not real. Who cares? Why is she sexualizing herself and wearing all that makeup? That doesn't sound very exactly, right? The thing is, she looks fine without makeup. She doesn't need the makeup. So like that that maybe if it makes yourself feel better, then go for it. But the thing is that is in a way like that's not how God wanted you. I'm pretty sure God doesn't want you to wear all that makeup. I'm pretty sure God doesn't want you to have all that tattoo. You know what I'm talking about? It sounds like I'm taking crazy pills here.
Okay, I know a lot of you aren't even gonna hear what I'm saying, and you're still gonna be doing these whataboutisms in my comments because you are so defensive. But hey, maybe some will listen. Same with like the queers and all that. You ever see how it just sounds like you're arguing with demons? It's the same way. These demons have a hold on these people, and they can't be reasoned with because they are so engulfed in their perversion. And what they don't realize is that the satisfaction they think that they're getting out of their perversion is just self-destructive. It's like you want to tell somebody to stop doing drugs because they're hurting themselves, but they cannot hear it. And it is the same thing. A lot of these Gooners that are mad, and you know, it's crazy. A lot of these Gooners that are mad at me because I spoke out against, no, I don't want this. That doesn't fix the gaming industry. People think that, oh, make all these characters naked, make them all naked or half naked or in lingerie, make all the female characters in lingerie, and that fixes everything. No, it doesn't.
She's right here. But the thing is, if your characters are not attractive or appealing, let's say appealing, not attractive, let's say appealing, right? If your characters are not appealing in any way, there's a high chance your game is not going to succeed. Let's say if Dante from Devil May Cry was a fat old man that's bald. Fat man with balding hair, like freaking receding hairline, like missing a couple of teeth, like, you know, like it looks like he looks bad. No one's gonna give that game a shot. No one's gonna exactly. B-Man, Concord. All the characters, most or if not all the characters in that game are not appealing. I'm not saying attractive. They're not appealing, right? No one's gonna give it a shot. No one's gonna even try to buy it. And the game is, you have to pay for that game too. Now, at least the first Descendant, it's a free game. Phil, I'm calling you out? No, I'm not. Phil attacking old fat men. Oh my God. Look, I'm giving an example, okay? I'm giving an example. You're just going to Legendary Scrub. Midnight Light. Hope you guys are doing good, man. Look, I'm giving an example. If Eve from Stellar Blade looked like me, an ugly Asian guy who has adult acne with an ugly voice with fucking 21/9 vision because his eyes are so goddamn small, not attractive, and let's say I gain like 50 pounds, 50 to 100 pounds, will you play that game? You're not even gonna give that a chance, man. Like, you're not even gonna give it a chance. That's the reason why appeal is important. Can appeal lead into attractiveness? Absolutely. Absolutely. If Lara Croft was like a farmer, like a fat farmer, it's like, yeah, it has like a freaking like a wheat sticking out of her mouth. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna go raid this tomb and I'm gonna get me some treasure. Yeah. No one's gonna give that game a shot. No, it's that simple. Okay? I'm a cutie. Oh, you. Okay, what? Today's a good day. Today's a good day.
Making good games fixes everything. Making games that actually have substance and quality fixes everything. And I'm gonna tell you, if you actually look at a brilliant and artistic mind who can create a masterpiece, typically they have respect for their work. And as a result, you're going to see that portrayed in the characters that they create as well. So are you going to find a perverted game that happens to be a masterpiece? The chances of that are almost non-existent because, again, someone even capable of in the first place of producing a masterpiece is going to respect their work enough for that not to happen. Just like look at movies. If you compare a masterpiece of a movie to pornography, I keep saying corn because of YouTube monetization stuff. Have you ever in the history of your life seen something actually taken serious where somebody was like, wow, this pornography movie, my mind is blown by how insanely good the plot was and how the story, just that plot twist, the story just left me thinking about life and just it changed me on a spiritual level. No.
Yes, I have, and it's called the Pirates movie with Jesse Jane and a bunch of other people. It's probably the best pirate movie I've seen in a long time. Another very good one was the one that was from what's it called again? Kenzie Taylor. The one that was the Axel, the guy who did Captain Marvel. Yeah, the Captain Marvel one's really good too. That one's really good. Freaking Deadpool shows up at the end for no particular reason. What an amazing movie. It was better than Captain Marvel. It was spiritual. It was so good that my soul came out of my body. Look, that movie is straight up better than Captain Marvel. All right, there it is. That movie, that Captain Marvel parody is better than the Captain Marvel movie. What can I say? It's a good movie. All right? You get black Captain Marvel scissoring white Captain Marvel. It's great.
No, that doesn't happen because it's not art. It's perversion. I want art. As somebody, I appreciate art. I'm an artist myself. I love to draw. Like, I care about art. And people make jokes and act like, oh, what kind of stuff have you drawn? What? I bet you've drawn, like, perverted stuff before. It's like, literally no. Like, when I was a little kid, you draw body parts and stuff as a joke. But literally no. It's just like, you know what? I haven't. And I'm not saying everybody who can't be an artist. They can, but that's not from an artist. That's like a fleshly outlet. It's like a perverted outlet, right? But when it comes to actual art, fine art, and I am a bit of...
All right. If, fine art, a lot of them are like Leonardo da Vinci. He drew a lot of penises, man. A lot of penises. Fine art will also become like sculptures, right? Sculptures of like, there's this lady that sculpted this like freaking like realistic looking sculpture of a woman with big titties and she has pokies and it was great. It's really good. I want to go touch it. I don't know where it is though. But if you're talking about that, like, that's fine art. There's in a way, there's always going to be somewhat perversion. Not are you gonna see like a person that's like bent over, like, oh, you can ram me in my asshole? Like, it's probably not. But the thing is, there are depictions of that kind of stuff in like museums about perversion and stuff like that. You have to draw the perversion out. I get it, but the thing is, if I draw like, I go to life drawing class and I draw boobs and stuff like that. There's a hot one of these models came in, short girl. She looks like she's European. Big boobs, big butt. Like, she was super hot. Like, and you could tell she was older, but she had like an amazing body. All right. And it's like, drawing her, is that perverted? No. But the thing is that you can't help but relate the two. It's not perversion if you're drawing lifestyle, but the thing is that if her legs are open and stuff like that and you're drawing, look, I'm just drawing what I'm seeing, man. Look, that's the reason why I went to art school, all right? To draw a hot woman. Now, there's only ever one time where there's a naked fat dude came in and had to draw it. That was a bad day. That was a bad day.
I can be a bit, I don't want to say an art snob, but when, and especially my work with it, I'm not saying that my work should be hung in the Smithsonian, but I'm just saying the amount of pride that I take in my work because I genuinely care about art. I feel like if I were to draw some smutty picture, would be perverting what I want to develop as my talent. So at the end of the day, when we want good video games, which are an artistic medium, it's really difficult and almost impossible to have a masterpiece that is also perverted.
That's an opinion. You're projecting your opinion and try to make it a fact. The thing is that, let's say an amazing artist, Art Germ, okay? He never draws any of his girls ugly. All of his girls are always beautiful, very, very attractive looking, okay? He does not pervert his stuff. But the thing is that if, like, Tifa has big boobs, are you purposely not going to draw the cleavage, right? If you're drawing Mai Shiranui, are you not going to draw the cleavage? You think Mai Shiranui was invented and created and finally detailed jiggle physics that are in a 2D pixel of King of Fighters? You think that was created because, oh, it's art, it's hentai and it's art? No, they knew exactly what they were doing. All right, and let it happen. Who cares? What? No one. I think the people who are really trying to project their ideology onto other people, I think they should like take a step back and just look at the realization that everything can be sexualized and everything can be turned into some kind of perversion. But the thing is, it's subjective, right? Do I find Taylor Swift? Let's say Taylor Swift. Do I find her hot? Do I when she's wearing those like skimpy outfits in her concerts? Is that perversion? No, not really. But what happens if Taylor Swift have like big tits and big asses and she wore the same dress? Is that perversion? Melanie Matt probably would say yes, right? The lolly is art. Oh my. I forgot what I was going to say now. Let's continue.
That is, here, we're going to throw this in there directly for the people who want to lust after it. Let's make this completely with the intent of making the player lust and feel sexual desire for it. That's already corrupted their work. That's corrupted the work already.
If I forgot the name. Chaz, correct me. Whoever in the chat, let me know. If Melanie Mac was a villain in a Disney movie, Melanie Mac would be the bad guy that's in Hunchback of Notre Dame. What's his name? The guy who was like, oh, God make me lust after freaking Esmeralda. I'm gonna burn the entire place down. Who is that guy? That sounds like if Melanie Mac was a villain, she would be that villain. I forgot. Claude Frollo. Thank you. Frollo, exactly. She will burn. If Melanie Mac was a villain, that's her. 100% her. Oh my God. I see it now. Oh my God. Oh man, yo, Esmeralda, make me goon. Oh, I'm gonna have my torch. Let's burn it down.
It is what it is. So no, I will continue to speak out against them deliberately defeminizing female characters, and I will continue to speak out against them deliberately emasculating male characters, for example. And I don't think the answer to fighting back against this perverted stuff is to make women ugly. That's not the answer, because if you teach men that you can't even look at a woman unless she's ugly or you're going to be gooning after her, that's not practical, and it's also just like weak. So here's the difference. It's one thing to say, okay, here's a character that's built to be attractive, which everybody is going to see attractive people in their life. But what separates a person from an absolute loser is that they can see an attractive person and not lose their minds and need to go take a break and run to the bathroom, and touch themselves. Like, let's be real.
Speaking of touching themselves, chat, there was a guy, I don't know his name, okay? There was a guy I used to work with at Activision, and there were two HR people that was at Activision. They're both named Rachels. They're both extremely smoking hot. Like Rachel, there's a white Rachel, and then there's a short Rachel. The white Rachel, she had big tits and a big butt. The short one, she had an even bigger butt. And those girls would walk around, and they know, and like they wear like tight outfits, like skin tight jeans, tight tops and stuff like that. They're so hot. I remember hearing that this guy went into the restroom, and I heard one of the leads went in and heard heavy breathing in one of the stalls. And then I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I heard heavy breathing in one of the stalls. I was like, how do you knew it was him? And then it's like his name tag was hanging down from his belt. Like, because you know how like you take your pants down when you're taking a shit? The clip was hanging from his belt. So they saw his name tag and they fired him when he got out of the stall. Was it me? No, it wasn't me. The fuck? It sounds like something I would do. Like, this was like back in the day. Okay, back in the day, if I didn't have a girlfriend, during this time I had a girlfriend already. But if you're that desperate, bro, just wait until you get. Why don't you do it at home, man? The fuck? What? You couldn't wait? Just do it at home, bro. What? It's not me. Was he constipated? Let's finish this video, man. We've been talking for too long. This video is going on too long now. Was it gray? Oh my god.
I was actually gonna
yes, it was.
This to be a lot more articulate. And
so
I just
it was Phil. Oh.
Turned on the camera and just started talking. And this is where I'm at now. So I don't know how coherent this even is as a whole. And I could talk a lot more, but I gotta be cautious or like careful or cognizant of everybody's time. But I'm just saying, let the record be straight now. And you can unfollow me if you want. I don't care.
Why couldn't you wait? Chat, it's not me. It's not me, bro. Right, man.
I didn't make this channel just to pander to people. I made this channel because I was already burned by a lot of the corruption. I've already seen a lot of the corruption in the gaming industry. I've seen a lot of the perversion and some of the perversion that I defended. So I'm not here acting like I'm better than everybody. I'm here from a place now of knowing, okay, I can't support this because Jesus Christ changed my life. And he can change your life too.
Look, I know Melanie Mack is coming from a good place when she says that, like, oh, I want you to find Jesus, stop being a pervert, you know, stuff like that. You gotta stop, man. You gotta stop. Like I know Jay and her are good friends, right? I know Jay and her are good friends. I know I have not, like I said, I've never met Melanie in person. I spoke with her when we were on side scrollers. She seems cool, but like we are on in terms of like yeah, like the LGBTQ stuff, the queer stuff, like the woke stuff. Yeah, we are in allegiance, or not allegiance. We are aligned in terms of that. But the thing is, like the way that she says it is makes she's like looking down. She's like looking down on you just like I'm not Christian just because I haven't found Jesus, I haven't found God. Like it just feels like she's talking down to me. No one likes that, man. I know it's not malicious or anything like that, and it's not like any kind of like malicious intent, but it's still it comes off like very like it comes off very bad.
I don't care if you had 1,000 screenshots of these games that you were jerking it to, or if you lived a gay lifestyle or whatever it is, you can be saved through Jesus Christ. You don't have to be a slave to this. So let that be known. So yeah, I shame the activity, but I'm not saying that everybody who's participating in it will be doomed to be a loser forever. They don't have to be. So it was important to me to make that abundantly clear, because some people had the impression that this is something that I defended, and I have in the past. So I have to differentiate myself from that as a Christian and as a creator, to let people know that, hey, that's not me. That's not what I'm supporting. That's not what I'm encouraging. And that's not what I'm promoting. I want to call out perversion and things that I don't like in the nerd culture space. And that's why I have this channel. And whatever I do beyond that, we'll see, because I don't even know at this point. After Goonergate, I was like, well, if that's how everybody expects me to be, and that's the only substance of my channel is to hop on here and be like, oh, whoa, guys, look at that. We win. Her whole butt's out. Yeah, hot. That's not me. That's not going to be me.
Now, let's say if Jujutsu Kaisen brought back Gojo from his death, and there was a scene in the manga that you saw Gojo's butt. Is she gonna be like, I can't read this, it's because Jesus will not allow it? Phil, we love you, but dude, you gotta wait till you get home. We're not talking about that anymore. It wasn't even me. Phils, you don't have to like Buddhas no more. Did you hear Melanie? Oh my god. Yo, legendary scrub with the 5. Keep going, Phil. I'm almost there. Did you climax? Did you come yet? Did you get ectoplasm all over the screen?
I would rather not have the channel at all. I would rather quit this channel and go full time with a leap of faith on my Bible channel. I am not doing that. I'm not. I don't care if it gets me views, clicks, likes, donos. Don't care. I'm not doing it. I have credibility. I walked away from mainstream gaming industry. I got blacklisted from the mainstream gaming industry. Some of y'all don't know that was my bread and butter. That's what paid my bills. I was hosting for these companies online, even on television, at events around the world. And it's like, because of my outspokenness and because I spoke against a lot of the stuff that they push, I got blacklisted from all that. So I didn't walk away from that to just pander to Gooners. I didn't do that. I didn't trade speaking out against one perversion to promote another. I'm not gonna do that. And so it's like, I haven't felt comfortable in this space whenever that's expected of me. And so it's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing from here on this channel. I don't know. Because I've just not felt the most inspired when it's like, wait a minute, is this who I'm supposed to be encouraging? So
look, it looks like this like she's like a self-realization where it's like she's feeling she's getting attacked from the side that she thought that she was, you know, on, right? But the thing is that what she attacked, the way that she attacked it was like, oh, I'm doing this for you. All right, chat, I'm doing this for you. Stop doing whatever makes you happy. Stop playing video games with hot girls in them. Stop playing video games with girls with big titties in them. I'm doing this for you, right? Most of the people think like a libertarian. Let me play whatever game I want. Let me watch whatever I want. You can watch whatever game you want. Just don't tell me not like I can't watch this, I can't play this because you think it's bad for me. Right? It's not like, is pornography addiction fake? Yeah, no, okay. Pornography addiction is real, okay? Like just like cigarettes, you know, smoking addiction, gambling addiction, you know, like, yeah, she's trying to help in that way. But the thing is that these are pixels and these are fake girls. These are fake games and stuff like that and stuff like it's not really hurting anyone. And when you tell people to stop doing it, it's like, bro, that's where you cross the line. Right? A lot of these people just want to be left alone to play their video games. Like they want to live in their freaking troll cave, or live under their freaking bridge or whatever. That, like, when we say that we want video games to be not censored, we want it the way that the developers want it. We want it the way the developers intended it. Prime example is Stellar Blade, the hard R, and then the whole censorship of the outfits. Like that's the thing that we were like not okay with because Sony censored them. But the thing is that now you're like, all right, cool. Now that's done and gone. All right, Stellar Blade's bad. Don't buy the game. You know, Stellar Blade, when Stellar Blade 2 is gonna come out, I'm gonna talk a lot of shit about it. Look, it's not like we were on your side. We just agreed with you when we agreed with a lot of the messaging and you echoed it. You had a bigger voice. You can echo whatever we are talking about. But the thing is that once you tell us like, all right, cool, whatever you're doing is a sin. Stop doing it now. It's like, okay, then you've gone too far. You've gone a little bit too far. All right. Porn addiction is a physical addiction to dopamine. Exactly, right? It's like cooming addiction is real. A guy in Japan deleted from cooming too much. Look, there are a lot of people who, these are the people who like try to sell their kid to get money to pay for an OnlyFans, you know? Or like, oh, I'm gonna give this person $100,000 so I can, you know, goon to them. That's a physical person. That's ruining your livelihood. Physically ruining yourself. Right? So the thing is, most of the people online just want to be left alone. All right? It's the libertarian mindset. I don't agree 100% with the libertarians, but I believe in a lot of what they say. And the thing is, how Melanie Mac is coming off is very preachy, is projection, and that's where people are like, you need to stop. All right, and no one's saying that you can't do whatever you want to do. Do whatever makes you happy. But you are an internet personality. You are pretty, like, you're on X calling people the gamer word and getting paid for it because you get a lot of traction. I'm pretty sure she gets paid for it. I'm not sure. But the thing is, you know what your audience is. If you know that, then what, like, and you better be prepared for it. You know that people are going to, the Gooners will come out and say stuff. You have to be prepared for it. Like, I knew when I made videos about shit that I believed in. It's like, oh, I thought Siri wasn't that good looking. You know, it got extremely racial. I know that people are going to come up and say shit to me. I don't care. Yes, you got to have a thicker skin. Just because all of a sudden the people that you thought that were on your side are all of a sudden against you is because you have to know that you're going to get shit thrown in your face. All right, and it's not like your own shit don't stink. So rewatch the part where she starts to break down and cry. Please, I need to coom. Oh my god, I remember it's like, hey, can you cry for me really quick? Like, I'm almost there. What the fuck? What the hell? The use of the gamer words. I'm making dinner uncomfortable. She uses gamer words to make money. We're not the same. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be trying some different things on this channel. I'll still probably react to certain headlines and gaming news that applies to me. Like, oh, wow, we got a new Tomb Raider announcement or something. Even if I hate it, oh, look what they did. They made Lara Croft ugly. Like, I will speak out against that. But I really do feel like there's maybe a different direction I'm supposed to be in, and we'll see what that is. Maybe it's not completely just focusing on Bible channel. If it is, if God called me to that, I would do it. And I know God would provide for me. But I'm still going to focus on that channel. But, you know, maybe it's just changing some things up here. I kind of want to do some content like where I actually put a lot of editing into it and talk about a lot of things that from my perspective that require editing and more focus and than just turning on a camera and, you know, just talking for 10 minutes or in this case almost 30. So I don't know, and if that's the case, then it'll be less uploads. You know, I'm not gonna be able to upload 5 days a week as I used to, but we'll see. And so just, you know, I ask those who are supportive of me to pray that God would guide me in the direction that I'm supposed to be, because I do feel like I'm at a turning point in this right now. Because it's like, wait, I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, thank you all so much for hanging out with me and hearing me out. Probably gonna get some people hating and who didn't listen to a word I said and who will have these rebuttals that I already even addressed in this video, but because they didn't listen, it is what it is. That's probably gonna happen. But let it be clear, I stand with Jesus Christ and I will not be allied with perversion. And I don't care what about your friend here who is. What about your, I don't care. I don't care. I can still love them as people. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be promoting the same things that they're promoting. It is what it is. So, what about what you said here? And again, I don't care. I don't care what I used to believe.
See, I think that's where she loses a lot of people. She just says, like, what about the friends that you've made along the way? Like, I love them as people, but it's like, really? It's like the people that were on your side, that were like defending you, you know, at the vanguard, at the helm of things, right? When you were canceled, where you were being brought onto like a bunch of people's podcasts and streams and people who helped you out. And just because that you, like, this is where, like, I think what she's taking religion in a way, look, it's up to her, whatever she wants to think, okay? But how I see it, is she's taking it a little bit too far, where she's willing to remove good people from her life just because they don't agree with one or a couple things that she thinks that, oh, perversion. Oh, is this, you know, like it's the 7 deadly sins, right? Lust is one of them, right? As long as you don't let lust ruin your life, you should be fine, right? Finding God. I know a lot of people who's found God that saved them, that turned their life around. Like I get it. I get she feels like this is her moral compass. This is her beacon that she needs to follow. But God also gave you those people put those people in front of you to guide you where you are. And all of a sudden now you think you're better than them. God gave, if I'm talking about like your religion here, okay? If God is the one who had this all planned out, God put those people there for you to defend you, and now you're casting them aside as because of perversion. Oh yeah, thanks for helping me. Peace, bitch. That's where you lose a lot of people, man. That you lose a lot of people on your side. It's like, hey, if you're into perversion, see you later. What the hell, man?
I was born again. And I'm being sanctified each and every single day. I'm still growing. Somebody asked that. And now that I even mentioned that, somebody asked that on this thread. They pulled up screenshots. People, oh, she's just a grifter because look at this. Look at this. In 2018, she was defending lesbians in this game. Okay. Yes, I did. And then we have this question. What changed the past few years since you were defending queer ideology? It's simple. Jesus changed me. The word of God changed me. If we want to...
Listen here, Maverick. God put the one guy in the bathroom to catch Phil gooning. Listen here. It wasn't... It wasn't me, okay? It was a store. I need to watch the video, okay? I need to watch the video.
Sit and argue beyond that and just argue about personal beliefs. Like, that'll never end. So, oh, well, then you must follow the Bible better than 99% of Christians. Well, and as I said here, most people who claim to be Christians don't even read the Bible at all. I can't even tell you, even with this Goonergate thing. Well, I'm a Christian and I support this. And I look at their profile and all it is digital pornography. I'm a Christian. Hilarious how you can say, and you know what? I've been there, because not doing that, but I have been there where I used to be, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, but I was living in a way that wasn't biblical, or I was supporting things that wasn't biblical. So easy to call yourself a Christian, but are you? And so I said years ago, I committed to reading the Bible daily and it changed my life. I do live it and I'm deeply repentant when I stumble, because I'm not going to pretend like I never stumble. That's the thing, is people think, you know, those of us who are against like this, that, or the other, does that mean that we live our lives and we never have temptation in our lives to sin? Does that mean that we don't even have those same carnal desires? No, things like lust, gluttony, anger, hatred, all these things are carnal desires that most people feel. But it's different when you act on it versus just feeling it. And that's why you can't get past this stuff on your own. You can't, through your own sheer discipline, overcome these things.
That's cap. That's 100% cap. My dad, addicted to, he started smoking cigarettes probably since he was 16. He didn't stop until he was like maybe 40. Probably 40. Yeah, probably 40. He smoked for a very, very long time. Do you know why he stopped? Sheer will. He didn't need God. It was just because he wanted to stop. It's that simple. It's like, oh, how, you can't get through life without God. It's like, what? Man.
You need Jesus. And when I say, okay, I read the Bible every day and that changed my life, it wasn't because, oh, I logically obtained information that made sense to me, which obviously it does, but it's so much further beyond that. And I can't explain it to people who don't understand that we live in a spiritual realm and that we face spiritual opposition each and every single day with everything you do. If you are watching pornography, you are entertaining demons in that moment. So yeah, so that's the thing, is when you fellowship with God and you read the Bible and you tell yourself, I'm going to read the Bible every day without exception, that is you actively pursuing God with the intent to grow. Okay, like think of the parable of the sower that Jesus taught, and how the seeds of the word are planted, and now some people don't have soil that will grow that because, and read this for more full context. Just read the parable. But if you want the seed to grow, if you are seeking God, you have the soil that can produce, and that can produce fruit. And so the act of committing to reading the Bible every single day, it was the act of committing to fellowship with God every day.
So let me get this straight. So she's saying that she was sinful before she found God. And the only way that she was ever to be able to repent and be a better person was through Jesus. So what you're telling me is that you don't have you lack the discipline to not do the bad things. Right? It's like that you are so down bad in that way where you needed another voice to help you. Look, I treat the Bible like I treat a book that tells you how to do shit. In the Bible, I don't read it. It's basically, for me, a book where it teaches you lessons. And it's a book about, it's basically a book with a lot of different stories in there on how to be a good human. And I think that when people go like really, really like heavily take it for word, that's where it's like it could alter a lot of things in your life, where it's like a lot of people will consider you like, that's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much. I'm pretty sure God wouldn't want this stuff shoved down their throats. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why the Crusades happened. Maybe they wanted that shit. I don't know. But the thing is, you should let live. Let other people live how they want to live. And if they're so down on their luck that they need God, they will find God. Okay? But the thing is that what you're telling them to do right now, it's like, the reason why I'm better than you is because I have Jesus. And it's like, dude, stop. Just stop her. I never thought it would be going in-depth discussion on Coomcast about Jesus. Look, the reason why this is Coomcast material is because she's saying that Coomers cannot Coom. All right? This is Coomcast material 100%. It's because she is trying to mess with my livelihood. Oh, man. Sorry. Let's finish this.
Is what planted seeds, and you see those seeds grow as you continue to plant more and more and more seeds. And something as small as one chapter of the Bible a day before you go to bed. That's what I do. So I've been doing it for years now. You will look back and see how dramatically that changed your life. Like, I can't even stress. People are showing evidence of how much that changed my life. So much some people don't even think it's real. No, this is evidence. This is evidence of how much God changed my life. I don't claim to be right out of wisdom. I don't claim to be right out of my opinions. I am following Jesus Christ. And I am applying the word of God to my life. I'm a fool who has been saved by Jesus Christ. So yeah, there you have it for this video. It's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I don't even know how many people are going to listen to it all, but the message is out there. I made my points known. Whatever I do from here, we'll see. I'm just trusting in God for his guidance. I've been so out of it with my routine ever since like the Goonergate stuff. And it's been really hard for me to find my footing since on what I'm doing. Because it really made me take a step back and think, okay, I need to make sure that I am more aware of how I'm presenting myself and what people think that I represent, because I do not want to anybody think I'm representing perversion. So there you have it for this video. Thank you all again for watching. I'm going to be back. I've still got my streams on the weekly, and we'll see from there what else. But I hope to see you on my Bible channel as well at Bible Time with Melanie Mac. Thank you all again. I'll catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.
All right.
Okay.
So, with that was a long video. Especially I talked through most of it. I understand why she did it. I understand why, exactly why. I think that she feels like that her life was in such a terrible state that she needed to find Jesus in order to fix her life, right? She needed to do that. And then at the same time, she went ahead and basically bashed everyone that was on her side, saying that I actually don't stand with you guys. You guys are also bad. And the thing is, like, yeah, God, maybe God doesn't like that, but do you know what God also doesn't like? You going online and calling people the gamer word. You going online, grifting and calling people gamer word and getting paid for it. And then you go on to the Louder Crowder and use the gamer word. And then you're on Rumble with the quartering that's basically boosting your platform. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, you know, don't you want to treat others how you want to be treated? You know, that kind of stuff. Like, no one's ever attacked you personally, and you go on ahead and just call everyone, you know, the gamer word. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not really Christian. So, after everything that she said, I think this backlash is in somewhat way warranted. Be prepared when you are calling people who are really into Genshin Impact, that goes online and spends hundreds of thousands of dollars on their to 5-star or C6 their waifu in a gacha game, and you're telling them that they're perverts is because they think that they have some kind of parasocial relationship with their waifu in Genshin Impact. Be prepared to get that backlash, because a lot of these people who are online will let you know, especially people who are keyboard warriors or are completely anonymous online. You don't know who they are. They are going to come back and attack you for it. And she's been online for a long time, or she should have known that this was going to come, right? So this video is more about her reasoning why she did it, right? So the reasoning why she said all the things that she said, calling every gay person or lesbian, or calling any queer person the F word, right? The gamer word, is because God told her to do it. God told her to go online and call gay people the gamer word. Right? See that, like, are you that naive where it's like this is more of a guideline, a guidance? It's not instructions on how to live your life. These are stories of how to be a better person and define God, and and go to heaven. But based off of the word that you've been calling people the fig word for a long time now, a very long time. I'm pretty sure Jesus doesn't approve of that. right? She just normalizing and shaming and saying it's okay because God wants it, right? The crusade mentality, God told me to, right? Yeah, it's wild. She even calls non-gay people the gamer word. Exactly. Right? People who are just sort of weird. Like I guarantee you, if I said that, I goon all day. I even have this thing called Coomcast. Coomcast every Wednesday. Subscribe to Mr. Philip Chat number 2 on YouTube. Every Wednesday, we do this thing called Coomcast, where we use the AI generator to make a bunch of hot AI waifus. And Nancy Pelosi with big titties, right? We do that all the time. She would probably call me the gamer word too, right? I'm pretty sure that's not very Christian, right? At the end of the day, she's a massive hypocrite because no one would pay attention to her if it wasn't for her looks. It isn't because of her brains when she sounds slow. I think it's just, you can tell like right over here around like the 24-25 minute mark, you can tell like she, like right over here, this photo, this timestamp right over here where she's looking down, she's reminiscing on her life and how good it was. Like she had it good until and then she got canceled, right? Like she loved us from what this sounds like over here, that she loved her job, but she got canceled because she was outspoken. So the thing is like you knew that you were gonna get flack for it, and that you got let go from your job, and you sort of got blacklisted from the industry. Now you're exacerbating it, and it's multiplied by like 100 to 1,000 people, 1,000 times what you've gotten, maybe even 10,000 times, because the internet's huge. Of course, you're gonna get berated with a bunch of people who don't agree with you. And the thing is that we Bible thumpers. This is not the first time a lot of people has been like, harassed by like, hey, if you don't go to church, you're going to hell. I've been told that like the first 5, like probably like between the age of like 5 and 8, like every weekend there was a lady that will come into our grocery store. Well, actually, before it burnt down, I'll say 2 years before it was burnt down and it was rebuilt. We sat at this grocery store, and there'll be this big fat lady that comes in, big fat black lady comes in. And she has she comes in with Bibles and stuff like that. She gives it to us, gives it to people and stuff like that. Spread the word of Jesus, whatever, right? She gives my sister a yellow one, which is actually a photo. Like it's not photo, it's a kid's book with like illustrations and stuff like that, like, and Adam and Eve, and then like Jesus and stuff like that. And like she would come in every weekend, and she would be like, "Are you guys going to church? Here's a book. Here's the Bible." And then I asked my dad, what is she doing? And then my dad says, she's trying to spread the word of Jesus. Ignore her. And I was like, why? He's like, we don't believe in that. I'm like, all right, what do we believe in? Oh, we believe in Buddha. I was like, okay. So like, just be a good person, right? I'm pretty sure calling a person the gamer word is not being a good person. She ultimately, this is just a video for her to say why she said it, and it's to sort of, in a way, near the end right over here, to show like hopefully people can show sympathy towards her. I don't know if this is true. She's probably just telling her side of the story, but I feel like right over here around the 23-minute mark, it's like I got canceled for this. I'm this. I'm that. I'm just trying to be a good person. I'm just trying to do this. And people trying to cancel me for it. It's just like. Can you fault the people online, though? Can you fault the people online by saying, look, if you're going to take away, my waifus, my husbandos, you're saying that, like if I read those stories or I read this, or if this makes me feel excited or lustful in any types of way, I'm a bad person and I should go to hell. I'm pretty sure that's not the way. That's not the way. Some of a somewhat good-looking lady in Beardo's word has a bad time on YouTube. I bet she had most of her life on easy mode. Probably. I don't know. Maybe. Melanie used to be sponsored by G Fuel. Well, G Fuel is pretty, pretty woke, right? They canceled Endymion as well. You're saying you're a Christian that makes you one as much as you're saying you're a Ferrari and makes you Testarossa. Yeah, it's wild, man. But overall, this was a very long video, and it's man, it's I need to watch the entire thing. I wanted to see why, but the internet isn't wrong, but also is not right either, and it's not like people will be pushing back on people who are like holier than thou, projecting your ideology onto other people. It's the same thing like about LGBTQ, right? They're trying to like push that shit onto little kids, and what she's trying to do is like make people feel bad for like liking a character, feel bad for playing a video game, for finding a girl hot, for finding a guy attractive. You're making them feel bad just because like, oh man, she's hot, she's sexy, right? It's okay, man. It's a fucking game. Who cares? All right? There are better ways for her to promote the word of Jesus instead of calling people F words. Instead of going online, calling queerdosexuals like the gamer word. There's a lot better way for her to do it. This is not the way for her to do it. And it's the thing is, she'll be fine, but lesson learned from her. Hopefully, like she knows to like her allies aren't trying to, hurt her in any ways. Like I said, God put people in your way that helped you, and then now you push them aside, you cast them aside because you think that whatever perversion that they're into is not your stuff, so you're not friends with them anymore. That's not Christian of you.